no doubt Apple's security is strong, but the government's position appears to be that virtually anything should be searchable with a warrant. Is that where we're headed?
Where the government is headed appears to be limitless. It appears to believe, the government appears to believe, that it can require with a court order from a magistrate someplace and ask anybody to stop what they're doing, to devote their intellectual property and their services to create something that would invade your privacy and invade your secrecy. You could put something someplace and the government would say, well, create a system where we can find where you are, find where you've traveled, listen in on your conversations. FBI Director Comey, for whom I have enormous respect, I think he's just wrong on this point.
What happens when investigators are unable to break into the phone of the next Osama bin Laden?
We have to do everything possible to defeat terrorism, to defeat and capture and punish people like Osama bin Laden and so forth. But we can't do it by breaking our Constitution. We have got to stop at some place. We cannot break someone's back in order to get them to tell somebody where somebody else is. So if we're saying that there's a serious threat, throw out the Constitution in order to prevent that threat. Where do we draw the line?
So what happens when Apple does create the unbreakable phone?
You as a private citizen are allowed to write on a piece of paper and then burn up that piece of paper what your notes are. There are some limits to what the government, it is not Orwellian here, where Big Brother can see anything you want. Apple is constantly trying to improve its iPhones so to serve you, the public, and the hundreds of millions of people that trust Apple to do this, to provide security so that people can't hack in and find out where your children are or what your medical records are. So if Apple continues to do that, it's just a point at which the government just can't get into your soul.
Where does this case end? Would Tim Cook defy a ruling of the Supreme Court if they uphold this current decision?
I can't imagine that Apple would defy a specific categorical ruling from the United States Supreme Court. We are a long, long ways from that, and we're quite confident.